chair in the studio with us because everybody loves Elijah.
Thank you for having me.
For those of you that are in our listening audience and not our viewing audience, you don't get to see why you love Elijah, so you actually have to go to her Instagram page so that you can see the lovely Elijah.
Yes, and my
your Instagram
is at TALIJA Smith _. So that's Talija Smith _ on Instagram.
Excellent.
How was it growing up on the Smith plantation?
We worked very hard.
She said it worked very hard. First of all, from one person with more melanin than both of y'all put together, y'all house Negroes. First of all, didn't know the first thing about field work
in the house. We have to maintain the house and got to make
First
sure
of all,
that
Dr.
master is
Biz.
taken care of and
Dr.
stuff.
Biz.
You know how
Dr.
difficult it
Biz.
is for like the fork
Dr.
and the
Biz.
knife and stuff. You got to line
Dr.
up on the
Biz.
table. Yes.
That would have never ever been your job anyway.
Why not?
Because you're a serial entrepreneur. You would end up having somebody else do it. Ain't your mama couldn't make pancakes for lining up and doing your duties.
Well, I had to be the supervisor.
Anyway.
I supervised the other house negress.
Glory. I know.
They got to make sure they do their job right. It's hard being a supervisor.
We can't with you at all.
Y'all are
It really is. So, Love Elijah, did you go through, and I mean this in all sincerity, as a kid, we all had an ugly face. You're gorgeous. Did you have an ugly face, and what did that look like?
Well, thank you, and whew, yes, I did.
Because we all had that snaggle tooth, and right, that picture day when that one ponytail. My mom used to hate when they took pictures after recess. Because I never looked like I did before recess, you know.
I definitely went through the pimple stage. I remember giving a speech. I had a big old pimple on my nose. It was just, it was horror nights. That's what it was. It was a mess. But,
Were you trying to cover it up at that age, or you just went with the pimple and said it is?
All your friends had pimples at that point.
No, I really did try to put a Band-Aid on my nose, but I was like, I might as well just rock with the pimple.
Right.
The Band-Aid would have drawn more attention.
Yeah, so
you had to be like a Snoopy Band-Aid, and you put on like.
I tried to have the skin tone Band-Aid, but
it didn't work.
No,
trust me, they don't make skin tone Band-Aids for all this. I need somebody from Wakanda to make Band-Aids for me, because we don't have the Wakanda version.
You're supposed to just show your scars.
I actually do. Mm-hmm. Like the scars that I do have that show, they have stories behind them, phenomenal stories, and I don't. And I never tried to mask it or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have a little scar under my eye right here. I don't know if you can tell.
Really?
How'd that happen?
Got a little fight in daycare. It just stuck with me.
Really? You got in a fight in daycare.
I don't want to make it seem like I was a bad kid.
But what did you do? We call them adventurous.
Right.
Adventurous.
Oh.
It's just...
Over graham crackers? Legos?
Blocks.
Over blocks.
This is a block.
Oh, okay.
So did you win or did you lose?
I won, but I got a battle scar from the war, so.
Yeah, I understand. You and me both. I got a bullet wound right here.
No, he don't.
Close to my heart.
He don't.
It just missed my heart.
Please stop.
Put the love touch on.
Exactly.
Please stop.
And I have the scar to show. I can prove it.
It's not a bullet wound.
It is a bullet wound.
Stop.
Why?
Because you're speaking those things into existence, and if your biopsy, you end up getting shot where you got a biopsy at,
then I'd be dead anyway.
I ain't gonna pray over that mess.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you thug thizzle. Things you gotta do.
Look at, first of all, he twirls his shirt as he says thug thizzle.
I noticed that.
What is this, a Rugrats game or something? A Cabbage Patch Kid thug.
Yeah, thug thizzle, you know how it is. It be hard on this here playground, yo. You know what I'm saying, son? What you got on my graham crackers, G? What you got?
What you got in that juice box?
Yo, that's my juice box.
Mm-hmm. Was that you?
That's how it started. Yeah.
That's how it started.
Mm-hmm.
Taking people juice box?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Hey, fool, where you going with my tricycle? You better bring my tricycle back. I ain't playing. My mama gonna get me. Don't you know who I am? I'm Dr. B. business.
At such an
my
early age. Really, I couldn't see you. You ever get in a fight, Dr. Biz?
I wouldn't call it get in a fight.
You got beat up.
Once,
Okay.
which was the one and only fight I ever was in.
What happened?
He talked about my mama,
Ooh.
Okay.
so I had to call him out. I was sort of scared at the moment, so I let it slide because I'm cool like that. But then I had time to think about it, and I figured because I let it slide that they think I'm a punk.
Yeah.
So then I had to go to his house. He was my neighbor. So I had to go to his house, knock on the door, you know, and I was like, you, me, right now, down the street. You got some learning to do.
And he
So-
taught you.
That's what
You
it
got some
sounds like.
schooling. How long that butt whooping last?
Just one hit, and that was it. I was out.
Did you see it coming?
No. It was so fast. I
At
didn't know
least
what
you had,
happened.
at least you had confidence before it happened.
Right.
Were there others out there? Oh, so everybody was like, "Dude."
Pretty much.
You got knocked up.
So then I went home, and then my mama asked me what happened because my face was all bruised up and whatnot. And I told her what had happened. I was standing up for her and whatnot. And then she knocked me out.
For fighting.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
you got 2 knockouts on
Pretty
the same
much.
day.
And when I
gotta walk
came
past
to,
your
she was
neighbor
like,
house.
don't never do that again. She's like, I fought my own battles. I don't need you trying to fight something that you ain't able
Equipped
to.
for.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so. But it stopped me from fighting in the future.
Did you feel bad every time you walked past your neighbor house?
Yeah.
Were y'all friends? Y'all play kickball the next day?
Yeah, we actually did.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
That's what kids do.
Yeah.
Get in
Actually did.
fights. I was this girl I went to school
Is it
with.
kids or is it guys?
It's kids.
Really?
I went
Because
to-
even when you get older? Because I
don't
was
know about when you
told
get
when you get
older.
older, men are more apt to forgive their boys and go on the basketball court and do whatever.
Right.
But women will harbor it for like years.
and hold it. I don't know. I went to school
Maybe
with this
some
girl
women.
that I had to walk by leave my house. I had to walk by Keisha's house to get to school. I would leave my house, pick up Keisha. We would go to school together. We to this day we're adults, and when we talk, we never know why we got in a fight. Every 5 days a week, we got in a fight. Somewhere between getting to school and lunchtime, I was mad at her, she was mad at me, and we had these old abandoned tennis courts, so it had the cage, but the net was gone. And so we would meet there for the fight after school. And I was skull drag Keisha every time, and she would always get home before me, because we would take the same route back. By the time I got home, my mom was standing on the porch, because she done told her mom done called my mom. I get a whooping, I have to go back to Keisha's house and apologize for Keisha for fighting her, and then we would go and play. And that was literally forever.
And that was every day.
That was literally every day.
So you got
except
a
for-
whooping 5 times a week?
Pretty much. After a while, even both our moms was like, look, I don't even
It
know.
is what it is.
Right, right. But I saw her years later, and I was like, Keisha? She was like, oh my God. And the first thing we asked each other was, why were we always fighting? And we had no earthly
Because y'all
idea.
stole each other's man.
We were kids. There wasn't no man to steal.
Y'all got men even at that age.
No, we didn't.
I went to a reunion,
We didn't.
and there was a
We
girl
even
there.
had Ken dolls.
I went to this reunion, and there was a girl there. She was a white girl. And she said, hi, it's me. I'm like, okay, who me? Because I don't remember. This was like many years ago. She was like, me. I don't know her name. Mary. Hey, Mary. You know, I'm trying to
Right.
play it off or whatever. It's like, oh, yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Girl, how you doing? Yeah. So that kind of thing. And she reminded me that when we were 5 years old, that I was her first kiss. I'm like, how in the world was I your first kiss? I don't remember you, and I don't remember the kiss.
Oh, now all of a sudden the baby ain't yours. All of a sudden this Billie Jean is not my lover.
I'm just saying, and she described it real vividly, and she was like, yes, it was after the class, it was in the back of the room, everybody had left, and we were underneath the desk.
Being fast.
And that she was being fast. I
Being
wasn't
real
being
fast.
fast.
You was with her,
She
so
probably
clearly.
tripped me, and that's how I wound up underneath the desk. And then when I
Lucius,
fell down,
Lucius.
she
Always
jumped on
blame
top of
us.
me
Lucius.
and had her way with me with my
you
lips.
And Tracy. You
What?
and Tracy, Lucius.
I'm just saying, I don't understand. But she was like, to this day, I still remember that kiss.
Dog, she had no love in her life.
That's like
Till this day.
It's like you
from
must
5
have a
years
boring
old, I
life.
still remember
She's like, I
this.
never washed
She's
my lips
49.
again. I know. Hey, never washed my lips again. It's like, okay.
Did she try to recant and try to?
She
relive the
actually
moment?
did.
Did you kiss her again?
No.
Why?
I don't know that hoe.
Sorry, crackhead Tracy.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, Mary.
You were memorable then, you're not memorable now. You know?
Clearly, it was
Yeah.
good. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love Lisha, you have love in your life?
Yes, I do. Yes. Me and my boyfriend, we have been together for 5 years. So,
5
Okay.
years?
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean,
not?
why not? Look at me.
Well, I can see why he might be with you, but why would you be with him?
Well, he puts up
what
with
are the
me,
qualities?
so-
Oh, so that's the criteria.
Understand?
That's the
Absolutely.
criteria.
Right, deal with the crazy.
Oh, you okay with all of this? Yeah, you a keeper.
Then you must be a keeper.
You a
Okay.
keeper, right.
That's all it
5 years
takes.
investment, you don't start over. You start the crazy.
I don't want to know anyone's favorite color again. I'm just
Right. And then there's a whole nother layer of crazy that you add on if that person leaves, because now that person drove you crazy and you can't weed out all of those old feelings and memories and stuff expeditiously. So the next one that comes along has to deal with you and Lucius.
The ex, right. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
Plugged in.
Then that's not fair.
But it's real.
Yeah.
That's why I said I was married once before, but I stayed single as long as I was married. I was married for 9 years. I stayed single for 10, just so that I could recalibrate, because I didn't want, the ex to be
bring
the
your
next.
baggage
Right,
and-
right. And I
Well,
left
not-
without
yeah.
baggage, but the person that I was as a wife, the next person that I met didn't deserve all of that right up front.
you didn't want to be a wife to someone that you just met.
That I just
because
met,
you had
and
those-
I have been a full-time, 24-hour, 365, wife. So it wasn't like just I quit this job, take off the uniform, and go to something else.
Right.
No.
That doesn't work that way usually for most people.
No, most people, I loved myself. That's the difference. If you love yourself and you know your worth, you can be patient enough. You can take your time. Now, I wasn't a hermit. I went out on dates. I went to movies, I went to dinners and stuff like that, but I did not settle and have a boyfriend or a
Right.
long-term relationship. Or if somebody saw me out, I remember I actually went to a restaurant with one guy. We went to go see a UFC fight. It was a sports bar. Nothing going on or whatever. We just went to go see a fight. And the waiter came on and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you were just here last Friday with another dude." And I was
Called
like,
you out.
Absolutely. I was like, first of all,
Mind your
this was
business.
going to be somebody that I was trying to talk to. You totally ruined it. Your tip just got extinct.
Mind your business.
Right. I was like, who would take somebody to the same place? But
If it's your favorite place.
it was a great sport. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was a great sports bar because they sectioned off their TVs. So if you wanted to watch the ESPN football,
Right.
that's all in that corner. And the bar went all the way around. So you weren't just, when you go to somewhere, you got to watch what everybody else watching. You can
Right.
pick the corner. But the UFC fights, they would always put on the super big ones. And I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so that was my hangout spot. Hence, when the makeup gone, it's gone. She's like, "Oh, that explains everything now."
I put two and two together. I was like,
When she
girly
started to
tomboy.
fight,
A girly time.
she had the makeup on, and by the time the fight was over,
Yeah, I would never fight that makeup. I don't. That wouldn't even be. Now,
you're supposed to.
I was gonna say some things have gone down when I had makeup on.
I'm sure.
It was not intentional. I did not start it,
You never do.
but I was
I
definitely
ain't gonna
finish
stop it.
It always,
Right, right.
it always followed you in the process.
I used to be
Okay.
like, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" Because people would look at me and think, girly, like, come on, let's talk about this. I'm that chick. Let's talk
Yeah.
about this. Like, let's be civilized. Did you just swing at me? Never mind.
Believe it or not, I'm a tomboy at heart, so I understand.
Would you be fighting people?
I wouldn't necessarily fight.
What would you do?
What's tomboyish about you? You like jeans and t-shirts?
Mm-hmm. No.
You like mud? Would you run a mud race?
Well, I can say a couple years ago I was more tomboy, but now I'm like more girly
Settled
and
in.
stuff. So,
Right, that's.
but I still have it at heart. But I like jeans and t-shirt, but you won't see me in no mud or.
Well, you're not a tomboy. Real tomboy.
Yeah, she ain't a tomboy.
I love it at heart.
She said at heart. It's like, I understand.
Deep down, inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a cheerleader.
Girl out there in that mud. And then when I come, you gonna hug me at the finish line?
No.
I'm like, hey, good
like,
job. Good
Don't
job.
mess up my makeup.
This Versace girl, don't we get in no mud on this? I'm like, who went Versace to a mud race?
I would be the one.
Adventurous things.
Adventurous things. I'm just adrenaline fanatic. I love roller coasters. I want to go skydiving.
I was just about to ask, have you gone skydiving?
I'm planning on that 2020, so I
Okay.
will be skydiving.
Excellent. It's
Falling
wonderful.
to your death.
No, I haven't. I'm still here.
You'll die.
I'm still
Don't
here.
do it.
No, you won't.
Just say no.
Don't listen to him. His biopsy bullet.
No.
I'm trying to tell you.
I've heard so many stories,
it's
and
gonna be.
they said about
can show
roller
you-
coasters.
I can show you videos and everything. It's really, really exciting, exhilarating. The first part is when you just leave the plane, but you coast and you don't even feel like you're falling. It's not like on cartoons where it's not that. Like you literally
That's exactly what it
just
is.
feel like you're
If they show it
floating.
on TV, that's how it's gonna be.
See, I'm just zoning you out, and I'm
Yeah.
just looking direct.
It's beautiful. I will say the first time that you do skydive, make sure it's near water. It is the
See right there,
prettiest-
right there, right there.
I'm tuning
See
in.
right there. I'm telling you.
tuning in.
Just let them talk enough, and you'll find out.
It's pretty. Like it's beautiful to see.
So when that
'Cause if you
chute
see
don't
land, you just
open.
see land. But to see the water and get to see the
And you
ripples
can't even
and see
inspect the chute
sunrise.
itself?
Now I'm tuning you out again.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous.
Yes, I can't wait.
Pull
I'm
the
so
string
excited.
and the
do it at
chute don't
Myrtle
come
Beach.
out.
They
Oh,
might
they
have
do?
it. I
Okay.
think so. But just look at and you won't go by yourself. You have somebody with you. And it's just important for them to live as you. So
Right, they're gonna make sure I
they're
get
gonna
to
make
my
sure everything is
destination.
good.
No, they're not, because they
Absolutely.
have you sign that
Yes, they
disclaimer form.
Don't wear your lashes.
If I
though.
die,
lashes
you
gonna be
can't
fine.
sue.
Yeah. You're gonna get one gonna be stuck right there.
No, I'm not wearing the lashes.
Just so you know.
But you would love it. You would love it.
Yes, I'm so
tell us
excited.
once again about your show. When can we tune in and hear it?
You can tune in on Sundays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'll be talking about just my makeup tips, skincare tips, life hacks, just everything. And you'll be able to listen to that on the iHeartRadio app or the free TuneIn app. And I'll be there at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Excellent. What's the name of your show?
It is How to Be Fabulous.
How to Be Fabulous on
Yes.
WDRBmedia.
With
Awesome.
Love Elijah.
With Love Elijah. And you have to say it like that. So when
Love
you
Elijah.
share with others to
Love
listen to the Love Elijah, you have to soften your voice and be like, tune in and listen to the fabulous show with Love Elijah. Like, nobody wants to do
Doesn't
that.
work that way.
Find a voiceover. Find somebody to write it down if you're going to sound like that when you say it. But Love Elijah.
You got to put your saxophone voice on.
Love Elijah.
Love Elijah.
Love Elijah.
What are you wearing?
Call 1-888-555-5555 and listen to Love Elijah.
For a good time.
We're waiting for you.
Yes.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. Really? You called a puppy right in there. Right in there. You called a puppy. You boy, come on. You wanna watch the Love Elijah show? You wanna see Love Elijah? Do you have a puppy? Do you have a dog?
I do.
I imagine you have something.
She like, yeah, had him for 5 years.